Hey, what's going on, tribe? Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be one of them crazy matrix talk videos. So if you don't understand, either take it or leave it. So in a few of my videos, and I've done one previous video about it, about the split between dimensions, right? About the 3D, the 4D and the 5D. Now I'm going to go down there. It's out grinding, look. Bloody nutcase. Getting in touch with nature. Disconnecting from the 3D realm, should we say. But yeah, I've done a previous video about the 3D, the 4D and the 5D. And it's getting the split between, taking some of that sunlight. The split between dimensions is getting more and more noticeable. So if you're on your journey, your inner journey, should we say, you're going to notice a lot more triggers, and you're going to start noticing a lot more people in the 3D realm acting a lot more crazier, should we say, yeah? This is all normal, because you're going to have some people that are choosing not to ascend, and you're having people that are doing the inner work and ascending, right? But we're all ascending anyway, if that makes sense. So you can resist if you want, but it's going to happen anyway. If you resist, it's going to persist, and you're going to see a lot more turmoil in your daily life, should I say. But as for the split, at current, there are two realities coexisting. There is the real world and the, how should we say it? How you doing? You alright? There's the real world and the artificial world. This, being in nature, is the real world, and being in concrete is the artificial world. And you'll start noticing that there's a lot more things going on in the artificial world to keep you tapped in. So say for instance, keeping up with fashion, keeping up with technology, and certain things like that, that the things that are taking you away from yourself are things that are in the artificial world. Things that bring you back to yourself is more of the real world. And everything that you're seeing in the media and stuff, that's all to do with the artificial world. Yeah, and things are going to keep playing out in the artificial world to keep people stuck in, because the matrix needs people to the matrix needs workers for it to function, and I'm not talking about actual workers, right? So just go with it. Well, that hill was quite tiring, fuck. So yeah, there's two worlds coexisting at the moment, and the split is getting more and more noticeable. So at this current time, you're going to have a lot more triggers, should I say. So you can kind of say, they could be called spiritual attacks if you want to. But this is all because the more the vibration goes up, the more light comes in. And then the more, what's the word? What's the word, guys? The more desperate the dark gets, because more light is coming in. So you're going to be getting more attacks, should I say, on an energetic level, and then this will play out in the physical realm, should I say. So I don't know, for some reason last week or so my energy has just been off, But today my energy has just been, listen, I ain't had a good night's sleep like that in a while, in a good while. So I slept great, woke up energized, revving to go. Went gym, I've been more conscious of what I eat and stuff. Coming out, grounding. Gonna do a meditation later, might do some qigong later, to try bring me back to center, because yeah, there's a lot of triggers going on to try keep you pulled down into the 3D realm when we're trying to level up, should I say. So the more you level up, the more challenges you're gonna face in your daily life, should we say. So it's frustrating when you know that none of it is real, but then you still have to function in it, should I say, which is quite frustrating. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of triggers going on, and you're going to just start to see people just acting. The sun is just beating. Oh yeah, I love this tree. So yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot more people in the 3D realm acting very, how should we say it, strangely. Like people acting out of the ordinary, because when your gifts start coming online, if you're not ready for them, if the vessel's not ready for them, you'll start to have problems. So a lot of people that open their third eye too rapidly, or open it through taking drugs, will end up having like psychosis or some form of mental issue. Yeah, that's because their physical, the physical body is not ready for, it's not adjusted to the new frequencies that's coming in. So that's why you'll get them distortions. So people, say for instance schizophrenia, yeah, not in all cases, some cases, yeah, like when they hear voices and stuff, some of them voices ain't all bad, yeah, some of them are actually your guides and angels. But if you're not in tune with the spiritual realm, you'll think, oh yeah, you're hearing voices, but this is not so. It's because your guides are trying to get in contact with you, and you're trying to decipher what thoughts is what, right? I'm not saying all thoughts. Listen, if you think your guides are telling you to be bad-minded, yeah, that's not your guides. That's more of either low vibrational entities or parasites, and they're trying to take control of the vessel. And that's another thing that I want to say, is there are a lot of empty vessels walking around. So be mindful of your energy at this time. Because you've got to listen, there's NPCs, there's a lot of stuff. Like, if you don't know what NPC is, they're non-player characters, right? So you've got some people that are actually characters, and we're playing this out, and and that's on the good and the bad side, right? Not good and bad side, because there's no good and bad, because that is creating duality. But in the 3D realm, everything is seen as duality, but in reality, we are all one at the end of the day. Wait until people find out that God and the devil are the same entity. They're the two sides of one coin, the same coin, yeah? So people think, oh yeah, you're going to go to hell if you don't do this and don't do that. Listen, heaven and hell is about your vibration. Wherever you're vibrating at is what you're going to currently experience in your waking life, should we say. So if you've the more you raise your vibration, the lower you'll be at more, what's the word, you will feel not less you'll have, the more higher you vibrate, you'll feel less of the lower vibrations. and that's why you're gonna have a lot of people and circumstances that are going to be kind of, should we say, attacking you at this time to keep your vibration low and to keep you in a fearful state, because when you're in a fearful state you're more easier to control. So that's why they've been plastering on the news everything that's going on, this and that, which you just got to disconnect from, because that's just going to keep you in a low vibration. And literally getting out into nature, literally, and grounding, or earthing if you want to call it that as well, will literally help raise your vibration. And obviously the more conscious you become, you start becoming more conscious of what you're putting in your body, and what you're putting in your body and what you're putting on your body. Because if a lot of people don't know that the biggest organ in the human vessel is the skin. So all the shit that you're putting on your skin is having an effect on the vessel, right? So certain creams, aftershave, deodorant. Be careful of deodorant. A lot of, almost, not all, a good, a lot of deodorant has got aluminium in it, and aluminium is obviously a metal, and it will go to your brain. Yeah. So a lot of things that you see advertised in the Matrix is actually there to cause the vessel more damage than good. Yeah. Just to make you guys aware, but don't take that. There's nothing to actually fear. You just got to be more conscious of it, right? Because we all have a choice at the end of the day. Some things that what's it called? What did Bob Marley say? Not everything glitter is gold. Yeah. So when you're seeing them certain prices for certain things, you think, oh yeah, you're getting a bargain. But if you look at the ingredients on the back, you'll see you're not actually getting a bargain. Yeah. So obviously we're in a weird situation because everything is expensive right now. So we just got to work with what we've got, right? But one thing I have noticed and I've been doing is blessing your food and water, because that will raise the vibration of it, right? And also, obviously, people don't know, being light workers and empaths and all that, we're actually alchemizers. So we turn metal into gold, yeah? So we're turning negative into positive, right? So even if you are eating shit or whatever, I'm not perfect, I eat shit and I go off the rails a bit sometimes as well. I'm not perfect, right? But if you start blessing, being thankful, gratitude for the food and the agua that you're putting into your body, you will see it has better effects, and the vessel will actually start working in a better manner, should we say. And this is something that's come up recently as well, the last couple of weeks, like processing emotions, very heavy and deep emotions. This is probably from like trauma and childhood and stuff, but it's all coming to the surface now. And one thing I've realized is most empaths, we're not used to, empaths and starseeds, should we say, we're not used to heavy, dense emotions. For me, I find them very foreign and don't understand them. So when they come up in me, it's not that I used to suppress them, but now they're coming up and I'm learning to work with them. Some of them are very strange. Some of them are very strange, like anger. Anger can be very beneficial if you channel it right. But as kids and in society, certain emotions have been kind of, they make society, you should suppress certain emotions because they are negative. But there is no good and bad. There aren't negative emotions, because when emotions come up, they're indicating for something. So if you have anxiety, your anxiety is trying to protect you from certain things. Yes, trying to protect you, but not in all cases. Sometimes anxiety can just be trickery of the mind. So it's good to have control of the mind. That's where meditation comes in. anger, um, anger. Yeah, so learning to process emotions is something that I'm currently dealing with, which is very interesting. Very interesting when you look at it from a higher vantage point. Because when you're actually in it and dealing with them emotions, they're not actually pleasant. Some of them. Usually, when you're not used to experiencing them, because I know where I'm from, wherever that is in the galaxy, yeah, we don't have low vibrational emotions, and I find the physical body very hard to function. Um, and also another one from where I'm from is, and this is funny. This is what sorry. Yeah, where I'm from, we communicate with telepathy, right? But humans haven't developed telepathy yet because humans have a lot to hide. Yeah. So yeah, as you're going through your clearing, healing, and shedding, should we say, because we're shedding our old self and we're stepping into the new self, should we say? Um, yeah, you're gonna have a lot more gifts come online and stuff. But yeah, this video is getting a bit long. I weren't planning to make it this long. I might do another one, but yeah, I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon anyway.